What's up, Facebook world? Hey, Ricky V here. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Monday. Happy November 16th. About a little over a week before Thanksgiving, which I'm really excited for. So, hey, real quick, as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. And hey, P.S., please send this out to all your team chats, all your messenger chats. Sorry, let me fix this thing. Yeah, send it out to all your team chats, all your messenger chats. Send it out to your Facebook profiles, put it in your messenger chats, your Facebook groups. Let's get it going. Drop a 1 if you're catching a live. Drop a 1 if you're excited to be here. Craziest thing, I just got hit up by like 100 different friend requests in literally like the last 10 minutes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Facebook has finally blocked me from or removed me from the block list. They've been like hiding all my stuff. But anyways, I'm excited to be here. So check this out, you guys. What I am going to cover today is I'm going to cover how to make 2021 the greatest year of your freaking life. And I'm also going to cover with you how to do it through utilizing a powerful vision sheet and at the same time a power list. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how I get it done. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it to become a self-made millionaire in 2020. I'm going to show you exactly what it takes and how to get it done. So while you're watching this, share this to your Facebook on your Facebook profile, to your team chats, Facebook Messenger groups, whatever it is that you got going on. And in the comments below, tag your teams. Let them know that we are on. We're going to rock this out, okay? So bring out all your teams. We're going to make it happen, okay? So drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited. Drop a 1 if you're excited to make 2021 the best year of your life. The way you're going to do that is by hearing the information that I'm going to drop tonight. The way you're going to do it is by actually applying the information that we're going to drop tonight because I've thought a while about this, and I've never really walked someone through step by step, so it's the first time I'm doing it. So if you can, have a pen and paper out, write it down. Usually when I'm on calls or something like that and I really need to get things down fast, I like to pull out a laptop and start typing it. But nonetheless, I'm excited, you all. It's been a record-breaking year for all of us, right? Team Revolution. $70 million in sales, over $70 million in sales, over 80 people at the top rank of the compensation plan. I mean, you guys know the numbers, you guys know the stories, a lot of exciting things, but I do believe 2021 is going to be even a bigger year. I believe really that if we make that decision, because I believe that's all it takes, right? Back in November when my back was against the wall, I had an option, right? Or I had a choice. The choice was I could just quit and I could give up and I could just move on and go get a job and but the craziest thought about that was that eventually at one point I would have to tell my kids as to why I couldn't fulfill my personal dreams. So that was definitely not going to be an option. So the next choice was that I was just going to do something about it, that I was going to fight, but I was going to fight more than I ever could, that I was going to give more than I could, that I was going to work more than I'd ever worked, that I was going to be obsessed over my goals more than I ever had in my life, that I was going to do the things that I'd read in books over the years, but I'd never really applied. And when I applied those things, massive changes began to happen, right? So we're going to get this started, but drop a 1 in the comments if you're catching a live, or if you're catching this live, drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready to make 2021 the best year of your life. And we're going to do that if you put all these things together, map it out in your mind, and get things moving forward now, right? Not waiting until January 1st, but really getting things moving forward right now, okay? So invite all your friends. Let's make it happen, all right? So the self-belief, the inner game, right? A lot of us are always talking about, a lot of us are always searching for the answer. We're always searching for the things that don't really equate to the changes that we want to make, right? So for example, right, like I used to always blame my upline. I used to always blame my company. I used to always blame, taxes. I used to blame this. It wasn't until I asked myself the question, am I truly lit myself, so lit that I could light myself on fire and I could create massive momentum in my personal life to make the changes that I want? It's all about the inner game. There's a book called The Ant and the Elephant. I read this book many years ago, right? But in the book, The Ant and the Elephant, the craziest part about it is, well, I'll kind of summarize it for you. If you don't want to buy it, you can buy it. I don't care. But I'll summarize it for you. This is basically it. He says this, right? Picture an elephant, right? Picture a big elephant, right? And picture an ant, okay? The book is called The Ant and the Elephant. So the whole story is like this. There's this ant, and the ant is trying to walk east, okay? I don't remember all the details, but the ant is trying to walk east. Every single day, that ant is walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking. Walking more than the elephant does. Every single day, the ant is walking east, day in and day out, blood, sweat, and tears. But he always looks up, and he never gets anywhere, right? Meanwhile, the elephant is walking slow. He's walking west, but he's walking slow. and the elephant is always going further. The elephant doesn't walk as fast as the ant, doesn't walk as much as the ant. The question is why? The ant can't figure out why. The answer is very simple. The answer is because the ant actually lives on the elephant's back. So it doesn't matter how far east the ant wants to walk, because it's living on the elephant's back and the elephant's walking west and the elephant is 10 times more powerful, the ant always ends up in the west. All right? And the elephant, you all, is our subconscious mind. The elephant is the inner mind, the inner game, the inner self, right? The ant is the want factor, right? The ant are the things that we want. Hey, I want this, I want that. I want to get to the top rank, or I want to make more money, or I want to get out of debt, or I want to recruit more people, I want to get more customers, I want to do this, I want to do that. But because our subconscious mind, being the ant, being the elephant, being 10 times more powerful, because that subconscious mind is not programmed to believe that those things are possible for you, then you never achieve them. And you continue to go through life day in and day out. You continue to go through life every single day, pointing at things that are out of your control, but you're blaming those things. And as long as you continue to blame those things in your life, you know what's going to happen? You're never going to make the changes that you want in your life. Now, here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not here to be your friend, right? We can be friends, but I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to give you guys things that you need to take right now and make things happen for yourself, because there's a lot of fluff online. There's a lot of noise online, and some of it's fine, whatever. But I'm going to give you the stuff that's going to help you get out there and make $1 million 2021, or whatever kind of income that you want to make, right? Maybe you just want to make enough to replace your job or to cover the mortgage or whatever it is. I'm going to show you how to do it. But what are you tapping into every single day? Because every single day we are given choices in life. Every single day we are given circumstances, right? And we're giving those things for a specific reason. You see, for the last 11 years of my life, I was always telling myself, or the last 10 years of my life, was like, well, why is this happening to me? Or why can't I recruit big leaders? Or why can I do this? Or why did this person do this to me? Why did this person hurt me, right? And I was always pointing fingers. You know what that did for me? It didn't change a single thing, okay? Because when you're pointing at the outer stuff, right, nothing is going to change for you. More importantly, what I just realized, right, this 11th year as an entrepreneur, as a networker, was that the last 10 years of my life have completely built me in a powerful way, in a positive way. So every single thing that you're doing right now, or every single thing that you're growing through right now, every single thing that's happening in your life, whether it's good or bad, is building you up for something. And trust me, you don't know what that is. I didn't know what that was for the last decade of my life. It wasn't until 2020 came, which for a lot of people might have been the worst year of their life. It was the best year of my life. Because all the decade that I spent working, it built me. It allowed me to learn. And finally, when I was at that point where I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to point fingers at anybody. I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm not going to blame my upline. I'm not going to blame my crossline. I'm not going to blame my downline. I'm going to look in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. Right? So what are you focused on every single day? Because inside of every network marketing company, no matter what company you're with, there's going to be people that are having the best day of their lives. There's going to be people that are having their biggest paychecks for that week. And then there's also going to be people that are complaining as to why everything is going wrong and how their volume is dropping. No matter what company you're with, guys, it's always going to happen. You're always going to see the elites, or the people that are always focused on why why nothing's their fault, and why they're not having a good day, or why they're not having a good week. But you know what? Every single day you wake up and you make that choice yourself. Are you going to be the person that changes your life, or are you going to continue to point fingers outward? Because as long as you do that, ain't nobody going to come rescue you. Okay? Drop a 1 if you're with me. Drop a 1 if this makes sense to you, because I'm not going to just tell you this stuff and leave you out high and dry. I'm going to tell you exactly how to change it. But this stuff, you all, this stuff is so dang powerful. And I knew this information. Like, that's the crazy part. I knew this information 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But it wasn't until something knocked me down. It wasn't until something knocked me down where I was like, you know what? It's time. And we're going to do this. And when I did it, it didn't take me another 10 years to change my life. It took me like 60 days. Literally, things can move fast. Now, you guys always know I talk about the long-term game, but I also understand that it doesn't have to take you 10 years to make it happen. So if you want to make it happen fast, drop a 1 in the comments below. And by fast, I mean, don't think it's going to happen overnight, but anybody, each and every single one of you can change your life in 90 days or less. And we've said the story over and over and over again, but I kid you not. Last year in November, right? $800 left in my bank account, right? A few weeks before Christmas, I had no idea how I was going to cover Christmas. I had no idea how I was going to cover my mortgage. My mortgage is $2,000 a month. I only had $800 in my pocket. How was I going to cover the mortgage? How was I going to cover the bills for December? How was I going to cover Christmas for the kids? I had $800 left in my bank account. So December 1st rolled around. I had a conversation with Demetrius, and we said, we're going to crank. We're going to make it happen. And we worked. And we worked. I kid you not. Those first 30 days, we were sponsoring like 5 to 10 people each every single day. Another one, another one, another one, another one. Just work, 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 work. We paid for Christmas. We changed our lives. We became self-made millionaires inside of 8 months of being in our new entrepreneur venture, right? Because we decided to make the changes necessary internally. And we had challenge after challenge after challenge coming on board. There's been challenge after challenge. There's still challenges that happen every single day. And I'm grateful now for those challenges because every single day as the new challenges arise, it allows me to grow. And it's preparing me for the next chapter in my life. Everything you're going through, guys, is just making you stronger or it's going to defeat you, right? It's going to be up to you. So, this year, guys, sorry, I had some notes here. This year really, really built me. And I think it's an interesting story as to how it built me or why it built me because 2020 is going to be the most crazy year, that we'll ever talk about. Well, let's hope, right? But like, I think about, man, 20 years from now, like 20 years from now, I could be a grandpa, right? And my grandkids are going to be like, Grandpa, what happened during 2020? What did you experience? What did you experience, Grandpa? Like, what happened? What did you and Grandma do during 2020? How did you make it through those times? And I'm going to have the story to tell. I'm going to tell my grandkids, you know what? 2020 was the best year of our lives. We became self-made millionaires. We learned a lot about ourselves. We grew. We read a lot of books. We worked out. I'm going to tell my grandkids that year 2020, I started at 193 pounds. And I ended at, right now I'm at 167 pounds. I dropped weight. I got in better shape. I got smarter. I got a little bit wiser. I messed up a lot, but I kept learning. I grew my income. I worked. I made it happen. What story are you going to be telling your grandkids? Right? Because we're all, and then you don't have to have the story of becoming a millionaire. And of course, this year has been challenging, right? I don't want to hide the fact that it's been challenging for a lot of us, right? But how are you going to react to everything happening? The universe just said, hold my beer. That's funny. So today is the first day of the month. Now, is it really? No. But successful people, okay, not the masses, but like the really, really successful people don't live life based around months. Meaning, they do have a calendar. They do have specific things that they set in that calendar. But every single day they're waking up as it's the first day of the month. Every single day they're waking up with fresh eyes on their opportunity. Every single day, the successful are waking up with a fresh mind, with the goals of, I'm going to double my income. I'm going to triple my income. I'm going to quadruple my income. So many people that I see come across a little bit of money, and now they never made it before. Now they're making money, and trust me, I've experienced this myself too. When I started getting my bigger checks back like a few years ago, when I started getting my bigger checks, I was still complaining. I was still ungrateful. Guess what happened? I lost it all. Because when the universe knows that you're not grateful for what you have, it's like a faucet. It's on and it's just pouring. Gratitude pouring. Success pouring. Blessings, abundance pouring. And you're sitting there with a negative mindset, or you're sitting there not being grateful for the things that you once wished for, the faucet closes, right? And that's what happened to me. And that's why I keep myself going. That's why I keep myself turned on. No one can turn me off. Like I'm going full throttle no matter what. Success loves speed. And every single day you must wake up with fresh eyes on your opportunity. A lot of people burn out in life because they stop looking at things as fresh eyes. Let me give you an example, right? It's like when you first meet the girl that you like or the guy that you like, and you're mega like trying to be all cutesy fruitsy, and over time it just dwindles down. And in order to keep that going, you have to look at that person as almost with fresh eyes, new eyes. Does that make sense? So every single day, start the day knowing it's going to be the best, the greatest day of your life. Okay, so let's talk about this, okay? So everyone in the comments below, put the word vision. Put the word vision in the comments below, okay? I'm going to show you guys something, okay? Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, so here's what you guys need to do. Yeah, put the word vision real quick. And if you're getting value from this, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're getting value from this, share this onto your Facebook wall, Facebook Messenger, Facebook groups. Let's make it happen. Tag your teams below and let them know that we are on and we're going to make it happen. But yes, every single day, look at things with fresh eyes, right? So, okay, so let's talk about this vision sheet thing that I started doing many years ago. That's worked for me. Okay, now when I feel like, excuse me. Let me drink some hydrate. Yes, this is going to be very good. So I would tag all your team members, share this. We're gonna make it happen. Okay. Share. Sharing is caring. Okay, so check this out. So sometimes, like, we all have manifesting abilities, right? Like, I believe that we are God's highest form of creation. I believe that we can create things like fast, right? Someone was, I was doing I don't know. It wasn't a personality test. It was some kind of thing to kind of measure how my brain works. And one thing that the guy was telling me is like, dude, you've developed the habit. And I love that he said habit because it's something that can be developed. But you develop the habit to manifest things fast. Like, you can say you want something, boom, it happens. Like, and that's like, so whenever I've started a new venture inside of network marketing, I've always started with brand new people. I've never brought over a team. I've never tried to, do none of that. I've always started from scratch. And for some reason, I've always recruited like such amazing people, right? But I remember that wasn't always the case. I remember starting off saying, I am a recruiting machine. I am a recruiting machine. I am a recruiting machine, right? But over time, I've developed that habit. And so much so, more importantly, especially with network marketing, I've developed that habit of just being able to manifest things pretty fast. But I think it's something that needs to be cultivated, needs to be practiced. It's like going to the gym, right? Like, you got to lift to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And the stronger you get it done, right, the faster it manifests. But, I talk. So anyways, my point with saying that is that, like, you don't have to do all these things. You can start with a few, right? When I first got started with making my first vision sheet, it was just one goal that I had on my vision sheet, just one goal. I didn't have 20, 30 different things. I had one goal. This was many years ago, and that goal was to take my wife and kids to Disney World, okay? And back then, like, I was even more broke, honestly, but when I put this on my vision sheet and I created a Powerlist around it, I achieved it in 90 days. It became like a fascination, an obsession. It became a magnificent obsession, okay? So here's how it works, all right? I'm going to try to show you without showing you so much because I don't want you guys to see the stuff that's private to me. But, okay, so here's what you want to do, okay? Here's a piece of paper. Okay, here's a piece of paper. Okay, so it's a blank sheet of paper. Now, this is a vision sheet that I create, and I actually type it. I type it out. You can go to Google Sheets or Word Doc, whatever it is. I actually got a quick story. Last Saturday, so just a couple days ago, I took the wife and kids over to a place called Color Me Mine, where they have like pottery stuff or they design stuff and you can paint it, right? My kids were getting dragons and princesses and stuff like that. And I decided to get a cup. I got this cup that's like mug thing, and I colored it gray right? I painted it gray, and then I got the black little Tracy thing or whatever, and I put down, and I wrote Gold Cup. Okay, I put Gold Cup. And behind that, I put 2021. I'll have to show you guys this as soon as I get it. We don't get it until Thursday because it's in the kiln. Put 2021, okay? It's really cool. And below that, I put my top 3 goals for 2021. And I put my Gold Cup. You know why I did that? Because did you know that water has particles in it? And if you focus on it, like if you have, like they did a study before where if you take like 2 cups of water, and on one of them, or let me rephrase. You get 2 cups of water, you put rice in it halfway, and then you fill them up with water. And on one of them, you put love, and on the other one, you put hate. Okay? So they said that they put water in it, rice in it, put love, hate, and they said every day for 30 days, the person would go to these cups, and on the cup that it said hate, the person would say, I hate you, I hate you. It would send, bad energy to it. And then they'd look at the cup that says love, and they would say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it'd send really good vibrations to the cup. Well, over the next 30 days, the cup that said hate, the rice had molded. On the cup that said love, the rice was plump and white. Crazy. So the discovery was that there are literal like living particles inside of the water. So I figured, I'm like, okay, if I got this cup and it's got Gold Cup on it, and behind it, it's got 2021, my goals, well, every single day when I get it back, I can fill it up with water, I can read it, and I'm sending good energy to it, and I'm drinking it, right? Now, that can be kooky for a lot of people, but anyways, this is the level of obsession that my mind is at, because I want to make sure that I am literally doing everything possible to keep my brain focused. Now imagine, right? Imagine if a cup of water that says hate molds. Imagine what happens every single day when you're complaining, when you're waking up and you're being ungrateful, when you're waking up and you're thinking about the negative things. You're making money, but you're complaining about an individual or complaining about whatever it is, right? There's so many outside factors. Imagine what that's doing to yourself internally. And you wonder why you don't win the long-term game. You wonder why you don't win the inner game or the outer game. It's because internally, it's not right. And until you master the inner game, nothing outside is going to be long-term, period. You might catch a little bit of a break, and guess what happens? Because internally you're not there yet, you will literally, subconsciously self-sabotage all you've worked for. I've done it before, okay? So anyways, the vision sheet. This is what I do now, okay? On this vision sheet, at the top I have 3 things, okay? So let's say 1, 2, 3. I write down 3 goals that I want to achieve for 2021, okay? Now, don't do more than 3. That's just my observation. Don't do more than 3. Okay, now you go after this, you may do 20, 30, whatever. You don't gotta listen to me. I'm just saying don't do more than 3 because it's hard for your mind to comprehend. So I have 3 goals. And what I have these goals written out as is it says, I am so happy and grateful now. Okay, because you don't want to be grateful then. You're saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I am put out my goal. I'm so happy and grateful now. Write out my goal by, and I put the date. So I have a goal here that says I'm so happy and grateful now that I am ... by July 2021. Okay, so 3 things that I write down. Now maybe you have 1 thing, right? Back then I had 1 thing. Now I have 3 things. But these 3 things, and now it doesn't mean that I only want these 3 things, right? I have like 100 goals, right? I have 100 goals written in my notebook right here. But here's the thing. If I accomplish these 3 goals next year, they will take care of the 100 goals that I've written down. Okay, so I write down the 3 massive, audacious goals that I want to achieve in 2021. Number 1, I am so happy and grateful now that I am ... by July 2021. Number 2, I am now celebrating ... by December 2020. I am now ... by December 21. I'm not going to say my goals online. So 3 massive goals, all in the present tense, all with the date. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am ... by whatever date. 3 goals. And I put those 3 goals at the top. 3 goals at the top. Below that, I have created an affirmation sheet. Okay, so below that, I write down affirmations that are going to support my journey. Okay, so let me give you some affirmations. I am greatness. I make big things happen. By the way, if you have a good affirmation, put it in the comments below. I attract every good thing that I desire. I am powerful. I am confident. I speak with conviction in my voice. I am a magnet of success. I am the one. I am a powerful leader. I am a winner. I have powerful energy that people want to follow. I am a money magnet. I am destined for greatness. I expect to win. Therefore, I always win. I am disciplined to high performance habits. I am a great prospector and recruiter. I can do all things through God because he strengthens me, right? So these are the affirmations below my goals, okay? Now, here's the next thing that I do is then based off of my goals that I have, then I go on to Google Images, okay? When I go to Google Images, I type in what my goals are and to look at the images that like correlate to the things that I want, and I print those out and I carry them with me, okay? I carry my goals with me. I'm gonna show you what they are, but I carry the pictures of my goals with me. So every single day and everywhere I go, I have my goal sheet and I have my picture book. I call it a picture book. I have a vision board on my wall right there, but I also have my picture book. I design my life. Everything that you do in life is on purpose. Well, success is on purpose, right? They say that, you know, to grow a beautiful garden, you have to work towards it, right? To grow, you know, a plot of land full of weeds, you don't do anything, right? So if you don't want to achieve anything, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't do anything, right? But if you want to build a garden out of your life, then what happens, guys, is that you need to design that. You need to nurture that. You need to water that every single day. How do you do that? Identifying what you want on a piece of paper, write down 3 goals. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing, by the way. Like, and that's the crazy part, is 90% of y'all won't do this. Like literally 90% of people won't do this. But what I'm saying is that if you pull out a piece of paper and you type on it the top 3 things that you want for 2021, just by doing that exercise alone, do you know what's going to happen to your life? Do you know do you know what 2021 is going to be like for me? Let me tell you. Last Saturday when I'm at this like art place and I'm writing my goals on my goal cup, do you know what that's doing for like the neural pathways inside of my brain? Do you know what's being programmed in my brain as I'm thinking about my goal and I'm writing it in the present tense? Do you know that it's already manifesting? Do you know that the moment you write it down, it's already done? It's already done when you write it down, you all. But 90% won't do this. 90% will just get to it. Why? How do I know that? Because I was part of the 90% for a decade. Okay? So write down 3 things on your goals, on your goal sheet. Below that, write a list of affirmations that support the goal. Go to Google Images, print out pictures that are your goal, and carry it with you. Now you got your vision sheet. Okay? So that's number 1, vision sheet. Sarah asked a good question. Do you write them down every single day? I absolutely do. Okay? But I'm going to show you how I do it so you guys understand my way of thinking. And now we're going to talk about a power list. Okay? Because vision sheet, you're bringing what you want into your life, but the power list will manifest it. Right? It's like someone saying, hey, here's your dream car, but your power list gives you the keys to drive it off the lot. Okay, so I'm going to show you what a power list is. But if you're getting value from this, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're getting value from this, share this to your Facebook pages, to your Facebook groups, to your messenger chats. Sorry, I had to take a break. Okay, so I want to try to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm gonna go through 2 things, okay? So with the power list, guys, what the power list is, and by the way, the power list is something that I first learned from Brian Tracy. I then learned from Earl Nightingale, and then I learned it again from Andy Frisella, okay? And it's the things that we have that we know, right? It's stuff that if you correlate everything back, it literally goes back to like the Bible, right? But the power list is interesting to me because the best way that I ever learned it was when I heard it from Earl Nightingale, right? Earl Nightingale was just such a powerhouse. And Earl Nightingale was talking about a gentleman, and I've shared this story before, but he was talking about a gentleman that had this like strategy that could easily increase anyone's income. So one day this gentleman goes to a CEO, it's a CEO of a massive company, and he says, hey, I'm going to give you a strategy to increase sales. And I'm going to give you this strategy for free. By the way, this is like in the 1930s, okay? So a long, long time ago. So he's like, I'm going to give it to you for free. After you've used it for 30 days, you write me a check for whatever you think it's worth. So the guy says, okay, the CEO says, okay, what's your strategy? The guy says this, I want you to write down the top 6 things that you need to do every day in your life to move your business forward. Okay, but I want you to write down this list of 6 things. So the guy pulls out a piece of paper, writes out 6 things. Okay? And then he says, the next thing I want you to do, he says, I want you to number them from order of importance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now rewrite them all out in order of importance. Right? So the guy rewrites it down from order of importance on a fresh new piece of paper. So the guy tells the CEO, here's what I want you to do. I want you to fold this paper in half, and I want you to put it in your pocket. And every day when you wake up, I want you to pull it out and only look at number 1 and get it done. And don't move on until it's done. Don't even look at number 2 until you're done with number 1. Then go to number 2. Once that's done, go to number 3. Once that's done, go to number 4. He's like, and I want you to do that until 6 is done. Don't do anything else until 1 through 6 are done. And you have to do it right when you wake up. CEO says, great, I'll do it. Easy enough. So the guy does it. It didn't even take him 30 days to call it. The CEO, after like 8 days, calls back this guy and says, hey, I have a check waiting for you. It's for $25,000. Now, back in the 1930s, hey, I don't know what $25,000 is. Maybe it's like 80,000. Maybe it's 100,000. That's how powerful this strategy was just after 8 days. Right? Brian Tracy talked about the same thing. Andy Frisella talked about the same thing. And the coolest thing about the Powerlist, guys, is that if they're the top 5 things, it could be the top 8 things, the top 3 things that you feel you got to do to move your business forward. Guess what? If you get it done in the first 2 hours of waking up, you're done for the day. Right? There's a lot of talk about you have to hustle 24/7, that you have to lose sleep. I'm not with that. You make a power list, you can get it done. And the faster you get it done, the faster you can go out and play. Right? Andy Frisella says, I screw around most of the day, but I don't start screwing off until I first get my power list done. Nothing else happens until my power list is done every single day. So I'm going to walk you through 2 power lists. Okay? 2 power lists. Okay? Number 1 is because I have to have 2 power lists, right? He talks about one, I have to have 2 power lists. Here's why. I have to have a mindset power list and I have to have a business power list. Okay? So what is my mindset power list? Okay, I'm going to walk you through this, okay? You have your vision sheet. You've written it down. You know the top 3 things that you're going for 2021. You have your affirmations created. Now you already brought that. How you're going to manifest it in the physical existence, right? In your physical world is through your power list. Power list number 1 is a mindset, and I literally have 5 things. Number 1 is wake up at 6 a.m. Okay, I used to do 5 a.m. I do better at 6. So wake up at 6. Sometimes a little bit earlier, but 6 a.m. Wake up at 6 a.m., drink a glass of water, okay? Number 2, I visualize. Every single day for 10 minutes, I visualize. I come down to my office, put on some headsets, listen to I Am That I Am or some kind of meditation, and as I'm closing my eyes, I'm visualizing my top 3 things that I want for 2021 that are on my vision sheet. I visualize those things in intense emotion. I'm experiencing it with my wife and kids. I'm experiencing it so much so that it's fueling my energy. Like my frequency is like escalating sky high. I feel good. The energy's there. Like I'm ready to get moving, right? Number 3, I go through my pick book and I go through my affirmations. I say my affirmations out loud, okay? The next thing is gratitude journal. I pull out a piece of paper. I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I also rewrite my goals, my top 3 goals. Okay. Then what I do is I read something. Okay. I read 10 pages of something. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but I read 10 pages. Sometimes it's more, Sometimes it's like 30 pages, 40 pages. Sometimes I'm in the zone. I'm just going and going. Sometimes, but at least just 10 pages. Why 10 pages? Because 10 pages is something that you can do in literally 10 minutes. It's not going to take it. It's not going to take you forever, right? And then that's it. And then I have the goal, of course, in the mindset to listen to one powerful audio, right? But I don't like sit there and just listen to it. Like I'm listening to something powerful as I'm, taking a shower or as I'm in the gym. I'm making sure that at least every day I'm getting 1 hour in of powerful information. Okay, so let me repeat that because that might seem like a lot, but it's not, because when you actually add this up, this literally takes you like 30 minutes to do. Wake up at 6 a.m., drink a glass of water, visualize for 10 minutes, go through my pick book along with my affirmations, write down 10 things that I'm grateful for, and rewrite down my 3 goals for 2021 in the present tense. Then I read 10 pages, and then that's it. And then throughout the day, I'm just listening to powerful audio information as I'm making breakfast, as I'm in the shower, as I'm working out, as I'm just lounging around, or as I'm making calls or following up in messages. I'm listening to something powerful, because even when your conscious mind is not there, your subconscious mind is always hearing this information. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's the first power list. This stuff, you all, takes me like 30, 45 minutes to do. Sometimes I'm really in the zone with the visualization. So there's been moments where I've started visualizing it and I'm so much in it. Next thing you know, it's like 45 minutes went by. I'm like, holy smokes, what the heck? Amanda said, what's a pick book? A pick book is pictures that I've cut out of my top 3 goals for 2021. Okay, so that's it. So that's the mindset power list. Okay, after that's done, so I wake up in the morning, I get done with my mindset power list. Let's say 45 minutes. Boom. Then what? Then I get into my business power list, my personal network marketing power list that I have to do every single day. And by the way, here's how crazy this is. This power list, this business power list, probably takes me about an hour and a half. So I can literally wake up at 6 in the morning, and by 8 a.m., which is the time my kids go off to school, I'm done for the day. I can get everything done in a matter of 2 hours or less. Sometimes it's an hour and a half. Sometimes I do it faster. 2 hours, boom, done. What do I do the rest of the day? I can chill. I can relax. I can do whatever the heck I want. What do I choose to do? Hang out with the wife and kids, reply to messages, get in touch with people, do random calls, do random Zooms. But me, personally, I am done in my first 2 hours of the day. Everything in addition to that is just a bonus. Does not matter what your team is doing. Does not matter who's ranking up in your business. None of that matters. What matters is when you look in the mirror, you ask yourself the question, what am I doing? Okay? So my business power list. Okay, this is my business power list. I have to have reach outs every single day. Every single day I have to be reaching out to people about my business or product. Okay? When we launched back in December, like December 1st, I was reaching out to that. My goal was 20 people every single day. That 20 people that I had to reach out personally to 20 people about my business and my product every single day. 20 people, 20 people, 20 people, 20 people. After like 6 or 7 days of doing that, my gosh, I was so slammed with calls and Zooms that sometimes I would wake up and I'd do like 7 reach outs, and then boom, I'd have to go out and do Zoom calls and all that stuff. And there were moments where in those days, next thing you know, it's like midnight, getting ready for bed, and then boom, I'm like, my gosh, I haven't done my 20. I've only done 7. I'd have to open up the laptop, tired as heck, and I'd do my 13 reach outs that I had left to complete my 20. Now, you don't have to do 20. You don't have to do 5. You don't have to do 10. You don't have to do 2. You have to do what works for you. So pick a number that works for you, right? Because a number that might work for you might not work for me. A number that I work for myself might not work for you. Okay, so what I like to do is, for me, I do reach outs. Now, me, every single day, I have to reach out to 5 people. Okay, and I have it. Okay, so let me see. And I have it right here. Okay, and I have to cross it off. So that's the one I crossed off for today. Okay, so 5 reach outs every single day. The moment I reach out to someone, boom. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Okay, so 5 reach outs every single day, number 1. Number 2, 5 follow-ups. I have a follow-up book. I should probably get an automated system, but I have a follow-up book, right? These are all the people that I've reached out to that have told me no, and I'm following up with at least 5 people every single day, okay? Every single day, following up with 5 people, okay? So reach out to 5, follow up with 5. Again, the number is just a concept, or just whatever. Like, the concept is Do your follow-ups. Reach outs, follow-ups. Following up is key because 80% of the people that you get as customers or recruits don't say yes until the 9th, 10th, 11th time that you reach out, right? So my rule of thumb is I'm always following up with people. I only stop following up if they block me on Facebook or if they RIP, right? That's it. I don't have, I keep following up, right? So 5 reach outs, 5 follow-ups. The next thing I do is I have to make sure every single day that I'm intentionally growing my personal database, my list of people by 3 new people every single day. So how do I do that? I friend request 3 new people every single day. Every single day. I started a brand new database last year, January. Today, that database is like 1,800 people. It's always growing, always growing. When's the last time I friend requested 3 new people to grow my list? Today. Like every single day. It's just a done deal. Like every single day I have to do it. You're not going to have people to talk to, and you're not going to have people to follow up with if you're not growing your list every single day. So every single day, I have to friend request 3 new people. You can friend request 10. You can friend request 5. Maybe you're more of a cold market person, right? You do it in person. It doesn't matter. The goal is reach out to 3 new people every single day. I chose Facebook. Why? Because when I got started in this industry, I just felt like that was the way to go. There's a lot of people online. I can just do it online. It doesn't matter. Do whatever works for you. Okay, so 5 reach outs, 5 follow-ups. 5 reach outs, 5 follow-ups, 3 new connections. And then what I like to do is I like to make sure that I'm sharing something on social media every single day about the business or the product, right? So like you can talk about, you can post a testimonial in your stories. That counts, whatever it is. And then I have to make sure that I promote for any event happening. So if there's a Zoom call happening, I want to promote for it, right? If there's a company call happening, I want to promote for it, right? So that is my business list, right? So like I can literally send out a voice message to 5 people to ask them if they're open to taking a look at my business. I can literally send that out in like 10 minutes. I can follow up with 5 people in 10 minutes. I can friend request, 3 new people in less than 10 minutes. I can share something on social media in less than 5 minutes. I can promote for an event in less than 5 minutes. Like literally it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour. That's it to do. My mindset Powerlist takes me like 30 to 45 minutes. Like literally we're talking about an hour and a half of investing into your mind, into your business, and you're knocking it down. And the key to this whole thing, right? Because 99% of the people can do this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Can you do it for a year? Can you do it for 10 years straight? Every single day, it's the daily consistent habits that build up every single time. So you have the power list, you get after it, and with the vision sheet, what begins to happen is you begin to manifest faster. How do you grow, or how do you get things to happen fast? By working fast, by upping the numbers. If you want things to work faster for you, start visualizing with more intensity. Start looking at your images. Choose to focus only on the things that you want in life. Way too many of us only focus on the crap going on the negativity, on who left the business, on who what is doing, on what he said, she said did, right? But if you're focused on the right thing, it doesn't matter what's going on. You're focused on the right thing. You got your power list, and every single day you're just getting after it. And there's going to be some weeks that have massive momentum, other weeks that don't. But over time, over a 1 year time, you not only set yourself above the rest, but you literally put yourself like 5 years ahead of anybody else that you know. Because it's very easy to do it for 1 day. It's very easy to do it for maybe a few days. But can you do it for 365? 365. 365. Can you do it, right? So someone asked if I have working out on my list. I have a health. I just started a new health thing today, where every day I have to eat clean, every day I have to drink a gallon of water, every single day I have to work out. That's basically it. Keep it very, very simple. The point is like if I get my mindset power list done and I get my business power list done, I have the rest of the day to work out. I have the rest of the day to hang out with the wife and kids. I have the rest of the day to do anything that I want. Success is on purpose, you all. And once you got the mindset right and you understand that it's up to you, everything is in your control. It's so easy to point fingers at things. Y'all see everything that's going on the internet, right? People hating on one another, and it's wild to me, right? But what you realize in those moments, like more than anything, what I realize in those moments is I'm grateful for those moments because it allows me to refocus on what's important. And what's really important is, well, for me, it's my family, my business, right? It's just the few things, right? God, family, business, and those are the things that you're focused on day in and day out. So anyways, guys, if you got value from that, drop a 1 in the comments below. If you got value from that, share this on your Facebook pages, share this in your team chats, share this Facebook profiles, whatever it is. But I'm telling you right now, 2021 is an exciting future, right? Like I would have never imagined that this year would be what it is, right? It changed my life like you wouldn't even believe. But it all started with the idea of back in November being so broke, which my thought process was, if I'm going to work, right? If I'm going to reach out to people anyways, if I'm going to build a network marketing business anyways, why not go hard? Why not go hard? Why settle for something less than going as hard as I possibly can every single day in the trenches? That was my thought. So I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's set a crazy goal. A crazy goal that no one will understand. Such a crazy goal that people will think I'm even stupid just by saying it. Because there was no proof that I could do it. There was no proof that I could achieve what I did this year. If anything, there was proof that I wouldn't. 10-year track record of not doing it. Y'all wouldn't believe what I'm making if I told you. No point in sharing it. But I changed my life like this. And ever since then, I've realized my personal passion in life is sharing this information for free. It's sharing this information so that you guys can take this stuff, right? Like if you want to, apply it into your life and change it just like that. It can happen. Happen for me, it can happen for you. Thank you so much for being on, guys. We'll catch you on the next